Okay, before we start, there is a CFTC requirement. Please read it very careful, and please be careful with your trading. Uh, what we have here is the NinjaTrader 8 next generation, and we have been working on the next generation to the 8 NinjaTrader 8. We have this next generation on the NinjaTrader 7. But on NinjaTrader 7, you have to optimize, you have to do the setting. And now we are coming out with this next generation on NT8. Does not require any more optimization. And the updates comes from our server, but the trades coming from your computer. And today what we are doing some tests before we release that version to our members. We have the ES 1 minute, and we can see what time. Oh, by the way, this one here, NinjaTrader, is connected to Rhythmic, and this is a NinjaTrader broker, and this is not a replay. And then what we are looking at, what time we started the trade. We don't want it to test it at when the market, at the spike at the market, when the market is moving. So we waited till 10:20 when the market starts slowing down, and this is where we are testing this auto trade. This one here is not like the scalper. Those here, they are designed to take a big trades. And let me get this one here out of the way. This one here, if we notice, we have the 1 minute, we are testing it under 1 minute, and we are testing it under 3 minutes, and 233 ticks, and 150 ticks. And those trades is one entry, two lots, one entry, and in one entry we did it, and we were done with that trade. And this one here is not like the scalper going in and out of it with a small trade. And then for some other kind of accounts, they can set up their limit a little bit higher than the scalper. And like if we take the 233 ticks here, this they're all got activated in the same time, and you can have some very nice ride on those trades. Depends on your trailing stop, and depends on your break even and the trailing stop. You can adjust it the way you want it, filter the news, and there is plenty filters measuring the buyers over the sellers in conjunction with the 6 different high time frame. And this kind is a really state-of-art filter, and this is really nice. Another things also, like the only thing on the top of the button here, you can use parabolic, and also there is an advanced trading that also, if you have a losing trade, that you can take reversal trade. Because of NinjaTrader, the only thing we couldn't do with it is taking the conservative trade, like the NT7. If we are looking at that chart here, I had it on conservative, but now a while ago I turned it off. And on the NT7, this is what you're looking at, is the institutional auto trade. The institutional auto trade, there is a button here, conservative. What does that mean? That it's only going to be taking a trade when there is really a strong trend with all kind of confirmation before they take a trade. As an example, today on the gold, we had the conservative button. You just click on the conservative. That means if the trend is not strong, that auto trade is not going to be taking a trade. And if we took 3 trades today, actually, and let's look at those 3 trades. and there is a big time between each one of them. And this is for on the NT7 version, where the next generation, this one here, the new update, we will be releasing it um, with the others to our members, because also there is a new update on NinjaTrader 8, A and a B and a C scalper. So we're gonna put them all in package, and we will be sending you the new update. But this one here on NT7, if we're looking at the institutional auto trade, took one trade here today on the gold, which is a very hard business to trade with, and not too many people able to trade the gold. And then we had one trade here, and then the whole time, if you can see, the market did not take any trade, and then at the end took one trade. I personally like the conservative button, and I personally like the limited order to avoid the slippage. This is not a limited order, this is a market order, but this is nice when you can use the conservative for our members. If you know how to adjust an auto trade, this one here is a very adjustable auto trade, and you can tweak it the way you want it. And this is really nice. I like this kind of auto trades where they don't take too many trades on that. On the institutional, sorry, I apologize. On the A scalper today, we had the YM on the A scalper was really struggling, the YM, but the rest of the market really did very well. And this one here also, the A scalper on 150 ticks and the 1 minute. For some reason today, the 150 ticks has outperformed the 1 minute. But if we are looking at the 30-year Treasury bond, the 1 minute got 500, and you can see the 875. And this is something is when the market, when your target, your daily target is 500, and you have one more trade, if it's going to your favor, it's not gonna shut off the auto trade at 500 exactly. If you have this last trade going to your favor, like what happened here on the 30-year Treasury bond, it's gonna stay on that trade and nail extra, 375. Sometimes you get right on the 500, this one 500, 550. You have to look at it this way. This one here 650. So whatever those additional above your target, you can consider those are your commission to your broker. Now there is one thing about the ES when you are auto trading and you are on a limited order. You have to understand there is a high volume on the ES, and there is plenty of traders right in front of you needs to be get filled. Where we have some traders are trading the CL, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, 30-year Treasury bond. Usually those that you get filled much faster than the ES when you are live trading. What caught my attention today, this is the $35 zone subscription. You can get it from our purchase page. And those for the professional traders, they trade manually. There is no auto trade involved in here. But this is, I want to show this, is on 1 minute. And you can see today how that market gives you really very nice, and the reversal on those zones, they are not repaying zone, but sometimes we need to confirm those reversal, and it will be sometimes a plot those reversal on the second bar. Depends on how the market moving and how fast this market is moving, but that is enough indication for you to take the second or the third bar once this market confirm it. As an example here, this is a beautiful entry. So you will not have an entry at 348, absolutely not. But absolutely, this is a beautiful entry at 48.75. and you can see where is the projection line, and immediately for those guys that have been behind the computers long enough, they can see exactly where is your target. And then we got projected today at 352 even, and then we have another signal confirm it, and then we had little turbulence at those area here, pullback, re-entry, and then final destination. I would have put it at 42.25. When you see some of the this very heavy lines in one area, you don't need to deal with it. If you are taking a trade on a pullback re-entry, I've been doing that style since 1988. Confirm a trend, pullback, re-entry. This is the only thing I know has been working since 1988, and this is the only way where you can find where is the pullback and re-enter the market. This is the simplest way required by the trader to uh, to train himself on it, but this is more than enough in conjunction with your trading panel to see the momentum in the market, the pressure in the market in our trading panel. This is more than enough to trade any market, whether you are on the forex and futures, and you don't need too much information confusing you with your market. And then most of the time on the zone, this is trading out of one chart is become impossible in 2017. But when you put the 1 minute and then next to it the 3 minutes and the 15 minutes, when you have a projection line up with those three time frame, you have almost 90% winner on that trade. When there is a pullback, and let's say an example, you have the same line from the 1 minute and 3 minutes and the 15 minutes, they all agree on the 348.50 plus minus a couple ticks, does not matter. But then we know this is here. It is a pullback and a re-entry, because when you have those lining up between 1 and 3 and 15, folks, let's go at the end of it and cut this running around. If you're not going to be trading 1 minute or auto trade in 1 minute and 3 minutes and 15 minutes, you will never make it in that business. And I challenge anyone. The reason is the 1 minute bring the identity of that trend. Let's don't fool each other. And this is my own opinion, and I'm not gonna pull out of it, because all this nonsense, this is will never, uh, uh, that will never catch your eye when there is a trend. And a NinjaTrader is in minutes. Let's don't fool each other with that. Well, folks, that's all what we have for today. I want to say God bless you all. And you know what? Let's take one more chart. Let's take the NASDAQ, because we have a lot of traders also. They don't have a large amount of money to trade the CL or the DAX. This is the NASDAQ today, as is. We can see where all those lines, and you can see how this projection entry, look at this. And it came in right in line. And we can see here at the end, when you see too many lines or double lines or double support in that area, this is where a trader get caught in between. And this is where an auto trading or a manual trading that can bring some damage to your account, especially in this area here. So if it is very simple when you can simplify it, and you can complicate the trading as much as you want. But on the pullback re-entry, we have a double line, and you can see the market has retested the same number. And then when you are taking that trade, maybe you're not going to be catch it from the first bar, but at least you will catch it somewhere around that area. And it's not much beef in it, but you'll understand what is your destination, and then we can stay off from that area, because this is a turbulence here. And you can see how that market on the NASDAQ, and now, I mean, we're done with the trading. Now it is 352, but that it is turbulence and that is trouble. The only time we can get out of the trouble if this market will break out to the downside, pull back, confirming it, and re-enter. In the same time, we have projection and a support line, and those not much different between those projection is 39 level and 41 level, and we understand the destination of that trade if you want to take it. The most important things is not taking the trade, is the most important how expensive that trade and where is that destination. If you don't know the destination of that trade, that means you are in a deep trouble. So this is one of the areas where most of the traders, as a manual trader, or if you are auto trading in that perspective, and you don't know what you're looking at, it maybe if I want to auto trade, uh, this is very funny. Today we have a gentleman in Singapore. He was trading live, and I would like to um, uh, um, uh, this guy, I was telling him about the ES. Sometimes you can get, if you are on a limited order, sometimes you're going to be missing some of the trades. And today he sent me this one. It was live trade. And I told him switch to the 30-year treasury bond. Doesn't matter where the money comes from. And was a live trade, and this is his account. And then he can see the difference when, and then he posted, because I mean, this guy must be scared. Then he posted, but the auto trade stays by itself and stop trading once this market at this market here. So if we notice right now on the Nasdaq, this is turbulence. This is turbulence. So even if you are auto trading, and sometimes it doesn't hurt to open a chart and save yourself trouble. Doesn't matter if you are using our auto trade or anybody's auto trade, doesn't matter. There is some areas like now today on the Nasdaq can really look at this. Look, and this is not a replay, folks. For the real trader, this is something that, let's stay on that Nasdaq. I like you to the people see how this market stopped, and let's look at this projection right there. I'm gonna activate, it's a demo mode right there, and the chart trader you can see is on a sim. This is an example when the Nasdaq or any other market, and this is only 1 minute chart, and we have a projection at 62.45 followed by double resistance at 61.50, and this one is a very affordable, because where is my stop loss is right above the projection line. And this market is a Nasdaq. Anybody can afford that. And there we go. Look at this. We could be missing some trades. That's fine. But then there is another doors open to take that trade, and I'm not even using the trading panel in that matter. And okay, we missed that trade by one tick. Big deal, But you get the idea that sometimes when you see those lines, and you see when the market dive into this turbulence here, that whether you are a manual trading or an auto trading, you have to pose your auto trade, and that does not require alpha waves and to be a weasel with the trading to understand this is a turbulence. And let's look at it. I will look at it. We will look at it for a few seconds. In the meantime, let's look at now the market is closed at 359. In the meantime, let's look at today on this one is not an ABC scalper. This is a total different system. It's a NinjaTrader 8, and this one here comes with a fully automated and an ATM system. And you can see this market, all of it in a sell, and then you have the EMD in the buying mood. And that it is the market analyzer can indicate for you if those are synchronized with each other. So in another word, if we have the ES and the NASDAQ on the selling order and the YM on the selling order, why the EMD is on the buying order? It's not synchronizing with the other. And the results is right in front of you is minus 26 ticks. So by looking at those market analyzer, you can even direct your auto trade. Doesn't matter which auto trade you have, you can direct it or take those entry and then filter those signals if you want to. When you see something like this is off the chart, like in EMD is in a buy and the ES NASDAQ Dow Jones, there is something wrong in there. So it does not require somebody weasel in the market. What it really requires, and what I have noticed lately for the last couple of 3 years, that they want everything to be served on a silver platter without working. It doesn't matter what system. And in this business, you have to develop your own trading. You cannot copy somebody trading, folks. You just cannot. That's why most of the trading room fell. And now you can see also on the stocks, the market has been very much mixed. We had a beautiful run today. We had one trade on the DAX today in entry. It was over 200 ticks, but now the market is closed. It's 402 and is done for today. But on the next generation auto trade, this is where on the next generation auto trade, you can use those the ones on the ES. On the upper left corner, you have some instruments here are measuring the sellers over the buyers, and that is one of the filters is on the next generation 8, and also on the 7, where is with a 6 different time frame. You can choose one time frame, high time frame, or you can use 6 different high time frame, and that is going to pinpoint exactly the trend. So when the sellers over the buyers on the next generation auto trade is only going to be taking short only, when the buyers are over the sellers, it's going to take a long only, and then you can adjust your high time frame on the buyers and the sellers with a 6 different time frame, 1, 3, and 5, 15, and 30, and there is a lot. Let me go over this, and let me what we have done also now, it is on that chart here. We did everything for the trader not to rely on anybody teaching him, or doesn't have to have the alpha waves. What we have done here without clicking anything. As an example, on the ES, we gave you the entry at 23.51, which you can auto trade it, ATM, or you can do it fully automated. And then the entry, you can take that entry short, and you can measure the buyers and the sellers. This is a total different system on the left upper corner, and have a signal. Then we have another 2 different signals here, 60 indicators, 3 different time frame. And now you can see there is no trade on them, synchronizing tick by tick from 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. And then the trailing stop is based on the fib lines, where if the market, if you notice here, there is a pullback, and a re-entry at the same trailing stop. So we have a major projection called the trailing stop 1, and we have a major projection on a trailing stop 2. So if you notice the target, after the target hit, so when the ES took that target, when the ES took that target, we're done with the target. If you are on a fully automated trade or on an ATM or a manual trade, hit the target. If you notice, this is a pullback. That means this is a re-entry, and we have a number of traders. They take the re-entry. They don't take the signal even. Another things what we have done, which we've been testing the system for over 8 months, almost a year. If you look at those yellow line, this is where those yellow line, there is no longer, I mean, those guys are loving those lines, because once those numbers come in between those zone here, there is no more long trade. And if you notice here, the high on the ES, it was on that zone. This is a re-entry point anytime you want it. This is a re-entry point. I don't know what is the turning point is. Could be 1 bar above or 1 bar below, but this is where it's the turning point. And if you notice here, the yellow, once you go into the yellow zone here, is finished. There is no more short trade, and there is no more pullback re-entry. And this is where a reversal, and then it's telling you here there is no more short. And you can see the market right now on the ES pull back on the re-entry point, fib line, and now it's dancing around the same target number, and it's been dancing around that number not for 1 minute, not for 5 minutes, for the last 30 minutes. That extra information, once you hit your target, even if you are auto trading, once you see things like this, that it's time to stop, because it does not matter. Most of the traders, they blame the broker because they didn't get filled, or they blame that auto trade. And it doesn't matter if it's our auto trade or somebody else. We're not attacking anyone here. But in the same time, you have to look at that market movement, if this market, whether it's trending or not. So any auto trade out there, whether ours or some of them, they go disaster, and some of them they try to build out of trouble when you have a turbulence in this market. So by the time the auto trade taking that area for the last half an hour, by the time that auto trade taking a trade, maybe there is pullback, and then when it goes short, it's gonna pull back, and then you are cussing whoever you bought whatever you've done. So the reality is, auto trading is nice, but also we are providing basic knowledge, easy for the trader to look at. We don't need to teach anything here. By looking at that chart, you can pick up what is the limitation in that market, whether you are trading the ES or a NASDAQ or a Dow Jones or a DAX. For every market, there is a different personality and different pattern and different movement. And if you cannot read what's going on, sometimes it requires for a human to get involved in the auto trade. It's not just a lottery business, and then you think you got yourself covered. Here is an area I would like to show today. I'm taking a little extra time. I apologize for that. In that area here, today, like what I showed you on the gold with the institutional, has built out of that area here. I don't want it to see the auto trade, how much money can make here or here or here. I don't want to see those. Doesn't matter those. I want to see how I can avoid a turbulence in the market right there, because this is where most of the auto trade lose money, especially if your auto trade is not tuned. It's gonna go disaster. If you are using a basic indicator like a MACD, ATR, momentum, you are in a very deep trouble here, and it can blow up your account immediately, because this one here can cause, doesn't matter if you are putting a filter, but if it's a wrong filter, this is a disaster trader right there, whether you are a manual trading or an auto trading. So I think, in my opinion, I've been fighting about it for a very long time, but that it is very important for that trader to look out to see what's going on. How is the weather today? Should I wear a jacket or should I stay without jacket? Should I wear warm clothes, summer clothes? So the same story here. When you come in the trading, you have to see what kind of condition we have, and then how to deal with that. To be with a lot of work to understand the rhythm in that market. So this is you can see now how the ES is staying in that area. Should I go short here? No, it's finished. And you can see it yourself now on 20 minutes video. You can see it, how accurate that system is. And you can see there is nothing there. Is it long or short? It's finished. There is nothing in there. Whether you are auto trading or manual trading. Let's look if we got filled on the NASDAQ from the double. And if we notice here, we were talking about the NASDAQ. We missed this short trade by one tick. And look what happened to the NASDAQ. The market close came in exactly to this horrible area to trade from. And now it's dancing and got stuck between those two channels. And this is when the market gets stuck between the two channels. So if we are talking about, this is from 1532 until now, that NASDAQ got stuck in that channel. And no matter whether you are a manual trader or an auto trade, and that's why you have seen earlier that the NASDAQ was going disaster today, not because of the auto trade, because the condition of the market. And sadly, we cannot blame NinjaTrader or your auto trade, but also we have to blame ourselves for not looking what's going on in this business. Folks, I apologize for being too long on that video. I wish you all the best, and keep it simple, and try to do your homework, guys, and be careful with your trading. God bless you all, and see you another day. Bye for now.